Hi, my name is Laura and I'm a 15-year-old high school student. Last night I watched an episode of The Voice because I think it's cool to see all the different people that are auditioning for it, and you start seeing like what singers you really like. And it's fun to see like during the audition part of it, because The Voice is a show about people who want a career in singing, and they go audition. These judges will listen to them singing, and then they'll decide whether they want them on their team or not. And I just think it's really fun to see like the judges trying to persuade the people that they want to go on their team, and then seeing like the singers battle each other to stay on the team. So yeah, I think it's a really fun, fun show to watch. Hi, my name is Rachel and I am Laura's mom. So Laura really likes to watch this show called The Voice. And, I think it's a really great show for teens, even for a little bit younger kids, and for adults as well. I think it's a really great show to watch as a family. Laura and I and her dad and sisters will all we watch it during the week, and it's just a really fun way to all get together and be able to enjoy something that isn't inappropriate, and we can laugh. And and this show is about healthy competition, so I really like that too, that aspect of it. And it doesn't, there's so many things nowadays for teens that are so inappropriate. They're showing so much violence, sex, drinking, drugs, and this show is just such a good alternative to that. So I think it's a great option for teens these days. Here in California. So a lot of the kids in my classroom enjoy watching this show called The Voice, and it's a show, for mostly younger people. It seems to be that want to have a career, singing career, will go on this show and audition, and try to get a spot with four, really famous singers. And a lot of them, the winner gets money, and then they also get like a record. So it's a really great opportunity for these, men and women who want to have a singing career. Overall, I think this show is a pretty healthy, show for kids to watch. It definitely doesn't really necessarily have anything educational to it. So, that could be a downside, but I hear a lot of teens in my school, comment about all different types of shows that they watch and they enjoy that might, not necessarily have a lot of good things to it and a lot of constructive things to it. So at least this show, although it's not, as educational as I would want it to be, it is a healthy show for teens to watch. It's a show that they can watch with family. It's a show that they can comment about, with their friends here, and conversations are appropriate with this kind of show. I hear kids talking about, who they like, what team they like the best, whether it's like Blake Shelton's team or like Alicia Keys' team. And then they also, comment about who they want to win and stuff like that. So it's a lot of like healthy competition and a lot of socialization that's appropriate for them. So overall, I think that this is a good show for kids to watch. I am a child development student at Cal Poly, and as part of some research, I watched the show called The Voice, and this show is really aimed at teens and young adults, but really it's a show that could be watched and enjoyed by a large variety of of people. And this show really is a good show, I think, for teens to be watching. It I think it could enhance their socialization by allowing kids to talk about who they want to win or who they think is the better singer. But it all is very constructive criticism too. What I really like about this show is that compared to other types of like singing or like auditioning types of shows, is that the judges here use constructive criticism, and they're very, very nice about it. They don't argue, they don't tell the contestant, like they don't say mean things about the contestants like other shows, do. Um, the judges stay very humble, and they really just try to, even when they don't turn their chairs around and they don't, they have really good things and positive things to say to these singers, even the ones that they don't choose, to kind of build their self-esteem up instead of just telling them that they suck or they're horrible. So I really like that about the show. And so I think it really is a good example for kids about how they should treat each other. It doesn't really do much as far as like developmental things, like, I don't know, maybe cognitively, but like, it's not educational in terms of like they're learning, math or science, but it's really good for their social skills, for their self-esteem, and just to really, it's a really good show to have for teens to use as an example of how people should be treated, and how you should go about criticizing people in a nice way.